Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's market color session, being the 15th of January 2024. It is so good to have each and everyone for today's analysis. Right. So I'd like us to kindly share the link to this market color session, everyone on your various social media platforms, so that this can get to as many people as possible. I'll be giving us 30 seconds to do that, and the link will be dropped in the chat box for us to copy the link from there and paste it on our various socials. For this segment of the market color session, I will be analyzing the XY, GPP USD, and Euro USD. Right after that, we'll be having CJ coming up to analyze precious metals and the yen basket. Kindly share the link again, and then we'll be heading straight to the chat for our analysis for the day. If this is your first time joining in for the market color session, you are very much welcome. We do this every day, Mondays to Fridays. And I'm pretty sure that most of us that join for this market color session find it very valuable. You're welcome, and we're so pleased to have you here. So straight to the chart on the XY. The monthly time frame, we can see that price is still very bullish. The dollar is still maintaining its bullishness, and on the weekly time frame too, we're waiting for price to
Incoming mail.
stop residing at 110.913 levels. Right. So once we see price tapping into that level, we're expecting some sort of a reaction of that very point. And on the daily time frame too, as seen right here, we want to see price retracing into some premium, I beg your pardon, into some discount level before trading off it to the upside. So I want to see price retracing into this very fair value gap here, residing at 107.567, and we're going to be fibbing the most recent swing from point A to point B. As seen right here, we want to see price retracing into this fair value gap, coinciding with 61.8% fib level. And for today on the 4-hour time frame, if I'm going to be fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B, after this retracement has happened, I want to see price retracing into 61.8% fib level, a very good level for us to buy DXY from. So once we see price retracing into this very level, again 61.8% level, and calling out the price point verbatim, I want to see price retracing into 108.896 on the 4-hour time frame. And on the 1-hour time frame too, pretty much the same thing. We can see that price is doing its thing, and we also want to see price retracing into 61.8% fib level, residing right here, and into 108.685 level. There's a fair value gap here. There's a very tiny fair value gap residing at this very level. The fair value gap coinciding with 61.8% fib level is a good point for price to trade into before gaining strength and continuing its bullishness to the upside. If you have questions to this point or a different bias from what has been analyzed, right, you can actually type in the chat box and we will be looking at it together. On GPP
Incoming mail.
the monthly time frame as seen right here, you can see that price is still bearish. And on the weekly time frame too, on the weekly time frame, there's something pretty interesting here. There's the box pattern, the popular box pattern that we use in analysis here. There's the shoulder sweep break. We want to see price returning into the shoulder, residing at 1.30234 before continuing ourselves to the downside. And on the daily time frame too, still bearish. There's also a box pattern for a sell here, shoulder sweep break. We've been looking at this for a very long time. So we will be warming up to catch the retracement into the shoulder residing at this level, 1.32682 level. When we see a break of this high residing at 1.25524, and once we see a break of this high and a retracement, then we will be catching the buys to this very left shoulder residing at this very point at the daily time frame. Right, so we want to see a break of this high first before catching the retracement to this very level. I'm just reiterating just in case we didn't really grasp that. On the 4-hour time frame too, we haven't seen any break of structure yet. Price is still maintaining its bearishness to the downside. Right. And of course, fibbing the most recent swing from point A to point B, fibbing rather, the most recent swing from point A to point B, we want to see price retracing into 61.8% fib level, and there's a fair value gap residing at this point. I'm just going to mark that out right now. There's a fair value gap residing at 61.8% fib level. And of course, we want to see price retracing into 1.24001 on the 4-hour time frame before continuing our sales to the downside. And on the 1-hour time frame, also, fibbing from point A to point B, we can see that price is pretty much, we're looking at the same thing, right? We want to see price retracing into 1.24001, coinciding with 61.8% fib level. And once we see price getting into that level and we narrow down to our much lower time frames, we can actually look out for our entry signatures and our various trade setups. Last on my list being Euro USD.
Incoming mail.
Euro USD. On the monthly time frame, as seen right here, price is still very bearish. And on the weekly time frame too, we can see price maintaining its bearishness. And there's also a box pattern for a sell on the weekly time frame. There's a shoulder right here. There's a swift break. So once we see price retracing into 1.08749, we will be taking the sells on Euro USD. On the daily time frame too, pretty much the same thing. There's also a box pattern for a sell. Long-term shoulder sweep break. Once we see price retracing into this very level, residing at 1.11198 levels, this left shoulder residing here, we will be taking the sells. And of course, we want to see a break of the high at 1.06392 before catching the retracement all the way into this left shoulder. Right, and on the daily time,
Incoming mail.
on the 4-hour time frame, to looking at what we're interested in doing today, I'm actually interested in selling Euro USD today. So I want to see price retracing into 61.8% fib level again. I want to see price retracing into this very other block residing here at 1.03590 levels. Once price retraces into this level, I will be taking the sells on Euro USD. And on the 1-hour time frame too, pretty much the same thing. Once we see price retracing into 1.03590 on the 1-hour time frame, we will be taking the sells on Euro USD. Right, so CPI was released earlier today for GBP USD by 8 a.m. Right, today being the 15th of January 2025, CPI came out by 8 p.m. and it came out a little bit lower than expected. As seen right here, it came out lower than expected. There was no so much impact in the market. That's why you still see price
Incoming mail.
Please, you are muted.
So can you hear me now? At what point,
Yes.
what was the last thing you heard?
CPI, GBP USD CPI.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I said I expect a strength in the dollar when the CPI news is being released by 2:30 p.m. And also the ATM cash flow training comes up from the 29th to 31st of January 2025. Tell someone to tell someone. And of course, there's going to be a commission for every referral you make. Right. So that's the end for this segment of the London market color session. See you all by 2 p.m. and see you again after this very short break. CJ will be coming up for his own analysis. Cheers and God bless.
Incoming mail.
All right. All right. So I believe you can hear me now. All right. Okay. So looking at the yen basket on the daily time frame where we started our analysis, we recall a couple of I think 2 days ago, we told you all that we're very bullish on the yen basket. So on the daily time frame, you can see that price is still within this range. This is the last range from this boundary to this boundary. Okay. So let me quickly highlight that. From here to this place right here. See that you are clearly bullish on the yen basket. Price hasn't broken this level below. So we'll keep trading higher and higher on the yen basket moving forward. So that is on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we are above, right? We've broken structure. Price has retraced into this other block right here, and we're expecting that resumption to continue. So I think the last time I analyzed GBP JPY and Euro JPY, we said we should wait for a deep retracement before we start selling. So you can see that that is already playing out. And being in the London session, it already played out so much more in the Asian session. So we might just wait for a London session retracement before we can get a something out of that market. So you can see price has retraced into this level. We're expecting it to trade back upwards. So let's rush to GBP JPY quickly and see what we have there. Now, the daily time frame of GBP JPY, the retracement happened, but not as deep as we expected it. We're looking to see something deep into this level right here, all the way here, if possible. Right? If we're going to see a very deep retracement, we would have seen something into this level here. Okay, but then the retracement is showing that it's not going to go any further than this. So we'll be looking to take shots on GBP JPY moving forward. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame also, you can see that this is clear. The structure is very clear. So for me, I would be looking at the swing in two ways. I can look at it from here as the first swing. Okay, so you can either look at it from here on the 4-hour time frame, or you can look at it from here on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we've not gotten that deep retracement. However, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that price retraced into 61.8 level, and then there is a fair value gap right there. It just tapped quickly into the fair value gap and started selling off afterwards. No, if you look at the 1-hour time frame, you can also see that. Then let's get rid of this quickly so that we can see something on the 15 minutes time frame. Now, on the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that structure has shifted. So we're expecting that continuous sell to the downside. So right now on GBP JPY, I'll be looking out for sells. So once I see that price is trending for a sell, or I see sell confirmations from this level here, or if price decides to trade higher, we'll be looking out for something around these levels right here, around this whole level here. Okay, so if price decides to trend higher, we might wait for an entry somewhere around here. If not, even from where price currently is, we might see some sell-offs. We may not be expecting a manipulation of the Asian high, because the Asian session is actually like the main session of the yen baskets and the yen related currencies. So in the London session, we might just see a retracement and continuation in that direction. So for GBP JPY, um, even though we're neglecting the CPI news of the GBP, is already out, and nothing much is going to be done afterwards. So for GBP JPY, I'm expecting to see if price is going to retrace deeper into this level here, and then we'll continue selling, since it is the only one that is showing that lag in the yen related pairs. But for Euro JPY and USD JPY, they are all face down and they're heading further downward. So all of them are bearish except for GBP JPY on the hour. All right, when I said on the hour, I mean between 8 o'clock and now, you can see that GBP JPY is showing some signs of retracement. But then we know that overall sentiment is a bullish yen. So this is not going to hold for too long. After a while, it's going to correct and continue selling like the other. So I'm waiting to see where this is headed, because this is just a result of the CPI that came out some minutes ago. So possibly it might end here, or it could trade into this place and start selling. But I'll just be waiting to see where GBP sell is buying to, and then I'll just sell it off from there. But overall, I'm very bearish on GBP JPY, so I'm looking out for a sell there. Now on Euro JPY, similar analysis on how
Incoming mail.
like we had on GBP JPY. So you can see that price we are clearly bearish on GBP on Euro JPY. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame so you see that also. All right. Okay. Now the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we are also clearly bearish on Euro JPY. So we're expecting further sales to the downside. Okay. So let me show you something. Okay, no, it's on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah. So this is it on the 4-hour time frame. If you flip this level, you see that this makes a whole lot of sense. Let's draw that feed. Right, so this is it. If you flip it as a complete swing, you can see that spotly at 61.8, Euro JPY turned back down and continues selling. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Um, okay, so let's continue. So on Euro JPY, we're looking forward to retracement to continue selling on Euro JPY. Okay, so we're looking forward to any retracement that's going to bring for more sales. One thing I'm looking at on Euro JPY is that price will possibly break this level and close below it before that retracement happens. And when that retracement happens, I want you to take note of this other block right here. Just take note of this level right here. If price is retracing there, it's high chances that it will retrace into this place. So on the path, we're expecting to see Euro JPY do something like this and then continue selling. This is what I'm expecting to see on Euro JPY. So I'll try and wait out on Euro JPY. I'll just be patient a little, and I'll want to see it break this level below and then return back to the upside. And when returning, I want to see it get to somewhere around here. So I'll sell it back down. So my overview for my outlook on Euro JPY, I beg your pardon, is a clear sell on Euro JPY. Once that plays out, I would want to take advantage of it and then join the trend to the downside. Okay, so that is that on Euro JPY. Okay, now the next thing that we want to look at is USD JPY. So let's quickly look at that. On USD JPY, you can see that we're having similar thing right now. USD JPY is beginning to behave like all the other yen pairs today, unlike what it was doing, I think, on Monday and Tuesday. Now we are seeing that it's breaking out of that range. It is clear right now that the yen is the favorite pair, the most preferred safe haven pair, safe haven currency, I beg your pardon, at the moment. So we want to see the yen continuously buy, and then in return, we're also seeing USD JPY sell. So there's been a break of structure already, even though it's looking sketchy. But right now, we're seeing clear flows on USD JPY in I think between the start of the day and this moment. All right, so for USD if you're looking to take that trade, you can also wait for a retracement to this level. Price has expanded, so very similar thing to what we're expecting on Euro JPY. That's what I'm expecting on USD JPY. So you can wait once price closes below here in like about 4 minutes time. You wait out and see because this will give us a clear break of structure. So we can just wait together. Maybe in New York session, we can see price retrace here and then we'll continue selling it to the downside. So for USD JPY, I'm looking out for a sell. Euro JPY, I'm looking out for a sell in the same levels. All right, and then for GBP JPY, I'm also looking out for a sell, but I'm just waiting for a complete digest of the GBP CPI. Okay, CPI for the UK was released this morning by 8 o'clock. So once there's a complete digest, market will return to normal. So for that reason, I'll be staying out on GBP JPY until I see clear sell confirmation signal. I'll now take my trades. Okay. All right. So I hope this is clear to everyone who was able to partake in today's market color. If you have any question, as always, feel free to ask your questions in the chat box. And one thing I usually advise is that you replicate this chat on your chatting platform so that you'll be able to observe when it's coming to play in our various points of interest. Thank you very much, everyone who was able to join today's market color. If you wish to be able to analyze the market using these various techniques that we're using or the various strategies that we use, and then you want to further it more, to learn our entry patterns, our exit patterns. You also want to learn risk management and psychology from us and be able to join our weekly student traders forum where we discuss the market and trading related issues. Make sure you sign up for the FX Bootcamp course and that will be very, very helpful to you. But then if you want to learn to trade the synthetics market or you have someone who's looking for a soft landing to trading, you should always refer that person to the ATM cash flow or refer yourself actually to the ATM cash flow if you're the person so that we will get you started in Forex trading and give you the best soft landing you can ever get in Forex trading. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your birthday wishes to our boss. We're going to send your regards and your warm wishes to him. He heard everything and he saw everything, okay? So he's thanking you. So I'm thanking you also on his behalf for everything that you said and prayed for. All right? Thank you very much. See you by 2 p.m. Nigerian time for the New York session market call. Until then, wish you good luck and good trading. Cheers and God bless, guys.